What's up, y'all? It is your host, Sensei NK, back with another episode. I'm here with...
Ayoshino.
Oh my God, this has been a long time coming. Oh my God, anytime you're here, it is very much a treat. Oh, wow, hey, just a handsome boy. The money touching nice.
Money is such a nice.
Oh God, the beard starts connecting when you start making some money.
Exactly.
Oh God,
Undefeatable, no cap.
that's all it takes. That's all it takes. So, how has life been different since you've started working at Google?
Well, it's been different. Like now that people know I work at Google now, people be like, especially older folks, be trying to like tap in or like trying to like make me network and stuff. So it's weird. Like I be going to church with my mom sometimes, and every aunt and uncle want to be talking to me like I'm so important. Like, I want to cut my hair. They said if you want to get into Google, you gotta cut your hair too to all their sons.
You see, just being grown. Oh God. But nah, I wanted to get you on because I feel like you have a more of a deeper understanding of technology than majority of individuals in this day and age, especially in our own age range, especially when people are just now trying to get into the techno workspace and all those stuff. I don't even know what to call it. Yeah, the whole tech field and stuff of that nature. Yeah, I'm dumb over here. Yeah, no, we don't even do nothing like that. But first, let me start off with, what do you even do at your job?
So at my job, I am a software engineer, so I program.
Okay.
But also my role is like a site reliability. So I will help make sure that Google never goes down.
What does that mean?
So like sometimes maybe like, let's say God forbid Google Drive isn't working, right?
Okay.
Oh, they would page me and be like, "Hey, Google Drive's not working. Can you fix it?"
Mm-hmm.
Or part of my job is also to like conduct tests on stuff to make sure that it don't get broken. So like if you're trying to put some code into the database,
okay,
or like trying to start a new service, we would want to test it to make sure it won't break production, which we call prod.
Okay. Wow, that is it actually. I mean, I wouldn't ask if it's fulfilling, but are you working more on the front end or back end? I'm assuming mostly back end.
No, I'm more on the front end actually. So
what is the difference?
We got two different teams. So front end works with like more customer stuff. So like. Our back end team, nothing usually happens to them because they're so far back. But since we're
what is that?
Back end deals with more of the internal works of like Google itself. So like front end deals with the customer. Like Google works with the customer. Like on our side, we work with the customer more than the back end team. So we're gonna face more issues, obviously, because the customer will complain to us and not back end. So that's what kind of we do.
What does the back end people do?
Back end is more like they work with more making stuff run faster or more reliable so it doesn't break.
Oh, okay. So it's just the speed and consistency of it.
Yeah, for front end we work on more like
colors and
No. We work on more like tracking stuff. So like we work on like we prevent incidents from happening, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Like we would check if something's gonna break production, we would stop it from going into production.
Okay.
And then we'd also like help code stuff. So like part of my job was like helping with rollouts. So like getting updates, doing updates to stuff as well. So part of my job.
Wow. Very, very interesting.
Yeah.
Something that you honestly put me onto, crypto and NFTs. So what is going on? What is really going on? Because I've lost maybe too much money, and it's getting dire.
Okay, I'm done with that too. I ain't gonna lie to you. I said USD is for me. Respectfully, I'm not putting no more money in.
Wow.
I'm chilling on bread. Yeah, because I actually heard this thing that called FTX, and that thing went bank lost
what is
billion.
What is
like
FTX for those?
It was
that
like a crypto exchange thing.
Okay.
That pretty much like if you want to buy like ETH or Bitcoin, you can buy it on there, right? But the issue was that when you buy it on there, it's not really yours because it's on their site. So this is saying it's like if it's not your key, it's not your money pretty much. So like if you don't have the ETH on like a hard wallet or some type of wallet outside of the exchange, if the exchange goes bankrupt, you will not get that money, bro.
Wait. That doesn't make... So people weren't, because of for NFTs, for example, when you go to OpenSea, they give you your 7 words.
That's a wallet. Yeah, so you would want to put it in a wallet, right?
Okay.
But before that, you had to buy ETH on something like Crypto.com or like what's it called, Coinbase or something, right? If you buy it on there, right, and you don't move it to a wallet, like the 7 word stuff, if that thing goes bankrupt, you're not touching money, bro.
How did this even happen?
Bro, I don't know, but
Was it a scam just to begin
bro,
with?
they charge him with wire fraud, hella shit, bro. Bro, it's done.
Oh wow!
And it's like $8 billion.
They finally caught him, right?
They just pulled him in for on charges not so long ago, like yesterday or something, or 2 days ago.
Okay.
So crazy.
Does it seem like should he be held responsible for losing all that money?
$8 billion? Hell yeah.
So here's the
billion?
thing. Here's the thing.
That's crazy.
It's not even just about like the actual like money aspect. Was it like a trade gone wrong, or is he literally like your money is not my own money?
Pretty much your money is my money. It was over leveraging it, so he was making losses sometimes on the money. So he didn't have enough to like. It wasn't like a 1-to-1 ratio. Like the amount of money they have, the amount of money they got put in is the amount of money they had on hand. You know what I mean?
Okay.
It was like
Wait, can you explain leveraging for the average individual?
Okay, leveraging is like you making a bet, right?
Yep.
That it's like calls and puts. So you make a bet that you go up or down, and leveraging is pretty much like multiplying it.
Okay.
So like if you say the thing's gonna go up and you're 100% sure, you would like say it's gonna go up and you put a call, but then you would like multiply it. So like let's say I think that Apple's gonna hit 200, right?
Okay.
Right now it's 199, and I put 100x leverage on it. If it goes up to 200, I just made like $100, right? Because I 100x leveraged it. But let's say that it actually went down. I just lost $100. Like let's say it went down $1, right? I just lost $100 pretty much. So like amplifies your loss or gain pretty much.
But the thing is like even on that, you never know what's gonna happen.
That's the
so
thing.
Why should he be?
I don't know, but he was doing some goofy stuff, and pretty much 8 billion people. $8 billion is gone. Literally.
Oh wow.
Well, it's not gone, but like the people who
It's
put the
somewhere
money
that is not in my own pockets.
Yeah, it's not there, bro.
Yeah, no. The wild part about all that, I was seeing a bunch of celebrities just coming out like. A lot of celebrities were getting like sued and fined because they were all promoting all that stuff.
YouTuber people too.
YouTubers, NBA players, Taylor Swift,
Tom Brady.
Like, bro.
He was doing that too. Yeah, bro. Oh, it's crazy.
Oh my god. And so, do you just think that this was just a craze? Because of my whole thing with crypto and NFT, the reason why I jumped into it is because of I could see where it was heading and how prosperous and what's a better word? Not even just reliable, but needed. Something like decentralized currency or decentralized tickets, things of that nature could really be.
Yeah, like I'm not gonna lie, like if I had to send like money to Nigeria, I could just instantly send that real quick without conversions, right?
Exactly.
But I think the issue was that
motherfuckers are greedy.
No, it is. And the thing is, like, it sounds like a smart idea and stuff, right? But it's just not working out at the moment. And you lose trust because you hear news about this like every other week. Like, oh, something else is going bankrupt. Some people lost money. This entity is rugging, whatever it is, whatever's going on, right? And just like, I don't want to do it no more.
So
I'd rather just keep my money on me, spend my own money, put it into stock market instead.
Like the grown adults?
Exactly. Put it in the S&P 500, not look at it for 10 years, something like that. I don't know.
Okay. So do you think it was literally everyone was just trying to get quick rich?
I think it was more, I think it was like a quick, like, it was a Ponzi scheme. I really think it was a Ponzi scheme like that. Yeah.
Why?
Like, if you didn't get in early, you would have just been fucked. Not gonna
You know
lie.
what? That's fair. Man, the Shiba the Inu thing.
Yeah.
That showed me how nonsense this whole
no, for real.
thing
Because
was.
like, in NFTs too, like you might see like, oh, today is real nice. Like, let's say like, oh, I bought NFT for 0.5, right? It went to like 10. And someone else buy that 10, it's not going to go higher than that. I promise you, it's over. Sell it, go home, don't think about it. You know what I mean? But the person who buys it next is a real sucker because that thing is going to go straight down.
And the thing is, I feel like a lot of people were buying off of the context of greed to begin with. It wasn't even from the idea of I'm trying to better the world with this new technology that has been promoted to this person. Like, for example, the reason why I got to Shiba Inu in the first place is because I missed out on Doge. And I was talking crazy much about Doge in the first place. And then my homeboy was like, 40 bands. 40 bands. Who is coming to talk with me? So I said, wow, did I just lose? And then the Shiba Inu went and dropped. And the thing is, they knew what they're doing. They knew what they did with that goddamn name. the idea that it was Doge. And the fact that I was like, you know what? If I missed out, I know all of these other people also missed out with me.
That's how I say it's like a Ponzi scheme because like, who dictates ETH price? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. It's just like supply and demand. Like if there's no demand, bro, that thing's going straight down.
And
but I know the dollar's always going to be in like dollars are used everywhere. You know what I'm saying?
that's fair. That's fair. And I find it interesting when you're saying the who dictates it. It's celebrities. It's still just celebrities.
It's people with money, really.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I feel like it's a bunch of rich folk that are just flipping their money based off of poor people wanting to be rich as well.
Yeah, that's pretty much what it is. Because, like, if you weren't there early, like NFTs, you weren't there early. If you weren't early for all these crypto stuff, there's no point in joining now.
Of course. What's going on in the tech world right now? What
layoffs. Layoffs.
I was gonna hit that later, but you know what? Let's
Layoffs.
continue. Why is that happening?
Well, for one, I know that people overhired massively crazy, bro.
Bro, the thing is, the whole tech industry irritates my soul. The more that I think about it, it's okay for a few reasons. One, it's not that I believe y'all niggas are overpaid, but I feel like y'all niggas are low-key kind of overpaid, bro. that's really from that to the fact that a bunch of Silicon Valley jobs were created off of the idea that they'll one day be big, i.e. Uber, Lyft, and all the food networks that came, the Airbnb that all came from that. It wasn't from the value that was creating, i.e. like a Hulu or what's
Spotify or what?
Spotify, Netflix,
content creating
Nike,
stuff,
actual
yeah.
things, right? It was from the idea that people will eventually just stop driving. So you know what y'all motherfuckers did? Y'all went and bought out the markets, the whole car markets, made everyone forcefully get off the roads. So you just hire all the drivers. that's what I mean. And I feel like there's so many like startups where like their whole base selling points is their user interface. It's just how big they'll eventually get. So
That's what's happening right now too. So there's this company called Rivian, or I'm not sure if you've heard of them. Right?
I have not. What is that?
They're like Tesla, but for trucks, like pickup trucks and stuff. So right now they were funded at like some crazy number, like more than Ford and stuff. They're like worth more than Ford. Like a company.
now, does that even make sense?
It doesn't, right? It doesn't. And right now they're getting screwed because like now in the recession, right? People are trying to say, okay, are you really worth that much? And their evaluation is going crazy down, bro. Same with like I think most tech companies took a hit in the stock market, especially Facebook. I know they got hit nice, but like other than that, like everyone now is just like, okay, one, are you really worth that?
Okay.
Two, what can we do to prevent losses or like cost cuts? Because at the end of the day, it's the shareholders that like they're trying to serve, I guess, the company itself. So how can we cut costs? How can we increase production? And how can we make more money? At the end of the day, that's it. So sometimes layoffs are needed.
So, what is it are the people just not worth it? Is that just really what it is?
Like, what do you mean by not worth it? Like,
Are they just like not worth the salary for all of you to be hired? Because of like, I've been talking with a lot of people that got tech internships and stuff like that over the summer, and they're like, yeah, I just ended up doing what my supervisor didn't want to do. And it turned out that their supervisor was just like the senior analyst, or not, what do you call it?
software engineer or something
Yeah,
like that?
like the head software engineers would just like redo their work low key. So it's not that they weren't useful, is that they were working at such a slow rate. So they would literally, so I was thinking the only thing that they need to do is just hire the super elite motherfuckers.
And that's the thing, they are, right? But they just hired too many of them. If you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So let me not say that. They maybe hired a lot of elite, but then they hired some mediocre, like a lot more mediocre people.
I mean, they can't all just be the
they're
best.
They're not all the best, right?
Exactly.
So sometimes
Yeah.
sometimes they just need bodies. You know what I mean? So that's what happened. They overhired, and now they're just cutting people left and right. Like I know people that got laid off from Facebook. They were like, they just started, like literally just started, like 3 weeks in, cut, no cap. They didn't get a team, they didn't get nothing, just cut.
Why was there so many hires then? Did they foresee that they were gonna overhire these people?
Yeah, they thought the economy was still gonna be good, I guess. Like they just thought until like I think in August and July we actually realized like, damn, we kind of hired a bunch of people. I ain't gonna lie. We have to do something about it. You know what I'm saying? So layoffs are happening. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. So as they're doing that, how is that affecting other markets?
Well, let's say Facebook laid off some people, right? Well, Google's like, you know what, shit, there's some good talent up in there, you know what I'm saying? Or like Twitter just laid off, oh, this might be good. So right now, people who got cash on hand are giving offers, but it's way slower. Like people aren't hearing back from these tech companies in like months. It's crazy.
Oh wow.
Like I think I was lucky because I got in early half of the year.
Okay.
Where they're still hiring a whole bunch. But now, like if you're trying to get a job in software engineering as a new grad, yeah, bro, I don't know what to tell you.
Would you recommend not even going into software?
Oh no, I would recommend you go into software, like for sure. You go get a job, but it's not gonna be like those tech, like Google, Facebook, those type.
So y'all fuck around, just become financial analyst. That's just what it's gonna turn into.
Fuck around, come become a consultant, like consultant. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Just do that for a few years and then apply to like a big company or something.
Okay.
Or like a bank or something like that.
Are those the only places where he'll make like a ton of money? Are FANG companies?
I'm not gonna lie, like FANG companies, bro, they pay hella. And the thing is, like, you could work a job at like let's say Deloitte, right? You could work like a sweet job at Deloitte, but the scaling isn't as good as like a FANG company.
What do you mean scaling?
Like your promotion level. Like,
okay.
Like your promotions are crazy money, bro.
Do they hold you back in a sense? Like there's just not enough like work to be done
at these companies or what?
At the lower companies.
Well, I mean, you're a consultant. Sometimes you're a consultant. Sometimes like Home Depot, for example, right? Mm-hmm. You have a software engineering team. They make like $120K a year, right? Mm-hmm. But they don't do nothing.
They just sit down. What do you mean?
No, I mean like they might do like one project a year type shit, and they still be on the team on the Home Depot.
Is it because it's like we sell wood? We don't sell tech.
Yeah, I'm saying, so it just depends on where you go. Like for me, I have a project. I have like 3 projects that are due by end of this year, which I finished like 2 of them, right? But like end of this year, I had to finish projects and shit. So it just depends on like where you at. So your goal, I guess, if you're trying to get hired right now, is to find like a sweet spot like Home Depot. 120K, not a lot of work, but still a reputable company.
Okay.
Something like that.
Oh, okay. So do you think, at your own job, are you guys making breakthrough achievements?
Yeah. So like I work on Google Cloud, so every single time it's like we're competing with like AWS. Have you heard of AWS?
What is AWS?
Amazon Web Service and Azure. So pretty much your cloud. So cloud computing, cloud storage, stuff like that. So every day we're competing against them. So I don't know. I guess something cool is that I mean, you guys don't have a business, so we deal with more businesses, business like Apple, stuff like that. We deal with businesses, so the average person won't know. But maybe like we make Google Photos a lot faster to upload and download stuff. Okay. But you wouldn't notice to the naked eye because you're just like used to it or something. Yeah.
Yeah, of course not. Huh. So it's not really, you guys aren't in the business of making major changes. It's just speed now?
No, there is major changes, but I signed an NDA.
Oh, you know what? That is right. Individuals are making money on this planet. So let me be serious. Okay. Okay. Fair enough. Because from the outside looking in, I've had this growing feeling, motherfuckers aren't doing nothing.
No, I'm not gonna lie. There's TikToks and like YouTubers that like say day in life of a software engineer, right? But I promise you, it's either not a software engineer itself, like an HR person that you're watching, or it's someone that took 1 day out of 365 days to do that shit. Like that shit's not real. I promise you, it's not real.
The fact that they have enough time to go do every lunch, all that thing, they're not tech niggas for real.
They're HR people in disguise. Y'all just haven't realized it. That's what it really is.
Oh wow. Okay.
Or they could be contractors, not really maybe full time yet, but like they're really like HR people.
They're still nonsense. They're not the real back.
No.
Okay. Fair enough. So the reason why I bring that up is because of like, for example, the cell phone hasn't really changed in the past 6 years.
Yeah, but I'll tell you, like Google's been working actually a good. Like you've seen the Pixel, I'm assuming, right? Or you used to have commercials. Like you can crop people out and delete them. You seen that ad, right?
No, that's hard.
Yeah. So Google doing a lot, but I think Apple really slowed down, right? Because they're kind of like the peak-ish, but Google's slowly catching up to them at a rapid pace. Like you didn't think of like cropping people off your phone like that. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that.
It's not even that. See, I feel like Apple has always just been the
go-to.
Yeah, that's literally it. It's just been pretty. It's just been very pretty in comparison to like actually doing stuff. If you actually need to do things throughout your day, you go and grab a Google phone or something of that nature.
Yeah.
Like everybody else on the planet except for United States.
Literally, United States, Canada, maybe UK, but everyone is like Samsung, Google phone, like or Pixel. I say Pixel, but like they go that route. Yeah.
So Are we stagnating, do you think, in tech wise?
No, I think we're stagnating in terms of like iPhone stuff. I'm not gonna lie. Like,
Okay, so it's literally just iPhone is
I
joking.
feel like iPhone. I think iPhone's stagnating because it's like they're kind of done. You know what I mean? Like, what else can you add to the iPhone that you haven't done? Like that. You know what I mean? Like, what they add this year from the 13 that's different? That little island bar. That's it. You know what I'm saying? That's all that changed. So. Literally, I think they're just kind of running out of ideas now. Okay. Whereas Google still has ideas because we're still kind of new in the area, I guess. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Yeah, so pretty soon Google's going to be at that point with the Pixel where, like, I don't know what to add no more. Oh. So right now we're just lucky that we're still, like, catching up to them. Okay. But pretty soon we're all going to be on the same level where every phone is good. You just got to choose.
Okay. Do you think that I feel like I'm not hitting what I'm trying to say correctly, but the reason why I keep bringing up the advancements, because of I think it was when was the not airplane, but the LEDs and cell phones just starting, and all those when we were making so many rapid
changes,
vastly different things of technology. Are we just reaching the boiling point of what our tech can do now before we really figure out like nuclear fusion?
I think that we're still in the beginning, right? But like,
so there's still so much more before we can.
Yeah, because the thing is, you just think about phones, maybe that's why. When you think about software, like maybe AI stuff, like it's crazy amount of stuff that still need to be done. Like I know you probably work in finance, right? There's a lot of toil work or a lot of like busy work that you have to do. Okay. That AI probably could do for you. You know what I mean? To make your life way easier. So there's stuff we haven't even touched yet. But in terms of phones, there's a lot of like, I can't lie, like you kind of hitting the end of it. Okay. Until like a new idea appears and all of a sudden shapes it away.
Because like the reason why I keep bringing it up because it's like the new things that they keep bringing up for iPhones, like like you could change your face. Yeah. You can make your face a dog. I guess.
It's really lame. It's really lame ideas. I'm not gonna lie, but that's why I'm saying that Google with that the crop out kind of go crazy. I ain't gonna lie, that kind of crazy.
Low key, because I was. No, I was thinking about that recently, like the crop, and then the one for iPhone where you can like look up a word.
Oh yeah.
And then it pulls up. Yeah. It's like a word, and it'll read it from a picture you took. Honestly,
that's it.
That's insane.
And the Google phone too, the new one, like let's say you're in lecture, you can record it, and it'll type out the word for you. So it can like take the whole lecture down, so you can take notes on it later, which is pretty cool.
Oh wow, no, that is insane. But no, you were speaking about AI. What do you think about AI?
Like, at the end of the day, sure, it's going to take our jobs. I already know. Respectfully, I know.
Oh, so that's actually a thing? Do you think?
I don't think, like, in the immediate future, maybe, maybe 50 years from now or something like that. But I know that there always need software engineers to program that AI, so I'm smooth. Oh, I'm covered.
I feel that. But, oh, my God. So I've been thinking about AI recently. While I was in DC, they were talking about a bill. Well, it wasn't a bill, but they're talking about sentient AI. So where you would where the AI could respond, you could ask the question.
Feelings and stuff.
Exactly. Yeah. So at what point does AI become sentient? At what point, ethically, do you think we need to get to?
Low key, they just ban it. I don't want ethical. Just don't want it. Don't need it. I feel like once AI got feelings, then it knows when it gets feelings, get hurt. When it knows its feelings got hurt, it's done. They spin it. They really spin it, bro.
They'll spin it immediately.
Like that Will Smith iRobot, whatever that thing. I do not want to have it in real life. They should ban it and say no. Everyone should just say no and leave it at that.
Because the reason why I keep something that's interesting for me is because of I've been getting a bunch of sex DMs in my goddamn IG and hey Instagram. Do something.
Tighten up for real.
We do not care about you trying to expand my fuckboy area. But do you see the new updates where you can just start DMing niggas by accident?
I didn't get the update. No, I haven't got it yet, so I'm covered, but.
Please, the world is horny enough. Take a breather. Just breathe a little bit. But that is the other point. But no, so the fact that is there, do you think that is a problem? Is this someone that's creating an AI to do it? Or is it people behind that page that just made a fake account that's doing it?
Okay, I think there's two things. I think you're talking about an algorithm more because I don't think this thing's actually learning, right? I think someone just copy and paste the message and told a program to send it to a mass amount of people. Oh. You know what I mean? Okay. If it was AI, it would learn and it would be like, I know how to get you. I know. You would click on the link. That's how you know if it was AI or not. You know what I mean? Okay. It'll get enough iterations where it knows how to get you to click on the link. The reason why I think it's an algorithm is because you haven't clicked on the link yet. There's no reason to, and you know what it is. You know what I mean? AI would disguise itself.
So is the fact that it's so obvious is how you would know?
Yeah. Like you would know it's obvious if it's like copy and paste. You would know. You know what I mean? You can tell like you would know.
Tell
Yeah.
reading it, right?
Yeah, but the AI wouldn't do that. AI would be like, hey, what's up, NK? Like I've been seeing your podcast, and I want to be on the podcast. So like click this link, and you can plug it in my calendar.
Schedule,
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, and then you click the link, and you're done. You know, so.
Huh. Speaking on the learning aspect of AI, how does that work?
So, okay, there's two ways, right? There's one called untrained learning, and there's one that's called trained learning. So, like, the trained one's easy. It's like, if it does something good, you give it something, like a good treat. If it does something bad...
What do you mean a good treat?
Like, you give it more, you weight it more, like, you give it more points. Like, you say, okay, if you do this, you get +1.
Okay.
If you do this, you get +2.
Oh, okay.
So, like, if it does something bad, you say -1. -2. So the goal of the AI is to get more points at the end of the day. So it'll start acting correct. You know what I mean? Yeah. And then by the end, it'll get every single point, whatever you throw it at, pretty much. So like that's what I said about the Instagram DMs, right? If you give it points, you give it points if it click on the link or not. So if it gets a point, if you click on the link, it will start getting more points, and the more points it gets, the better it gets, I guess.
Okay. Wow. So while you are studying, what's the other way then?
The untrained is just like you just let it free roam and try to learn for itself. So like it could go any way. No, it's not as effective. Okay. But it's just sometimes there might be a reason to do it, and it just goes any way it wants. So it might just start off on the totally wrong path, and it might just stay on that path forever until you give it some intervention.
Oh, okay. So how does like Google's AI work, or their algorithm? Like
I'm assuming I haven't looked like the search engine or whatever it is. I haven't looked at it. I ain't gonna lie.
Okay.
So I don't know. I'd assume it's trained, where it's just like kind of knows your habits by now.
Okay.
But no, I don't know the algorithm. I don't know YouTube either. If you ask me that question, I don't know YouTube. Don't ask me what's on your recommendation. I don't work at YouTube. Leave me alone. Great.
Heard you. So when you move it over to like social media apps, the search features and stuff of that nature, why is TikTok such a perfect app? Because I feel like that's why it's literally blows out Instagram, Snapchat. It blows Twitter out of the water completely.
For one, it has like, it doesn't even show your subscribers, right? Like, it doesn't show who you're subscribed to on TikTok. It literally just says for you, and it could be anybody. But then the subscriber part is a whole different tab that you have to go to, right? I don't have TikTok, so I don't remember how it like looks like. But that's how I remember, right?
Wait, real quick, why'd you get off TikTok?
Bro, I can't. That thing was taking too much time, bro. I need to lock in.
Oh
my God. Lock in for real.
Did you feel yourself just like
never got me? It never got me. No, it never got me. The algorithm never got me. So that's machine learning.
Okay.
If it gets you, it gets points. It's getting better every time. So I haven't re-downloaded it before I get in for real.
I feel it. But continue.
But yeah, so that's 2 pages of for you, and then the other one, right? And it probably knows what you like by how much time you spend on each type of thing, right? So based on that, it's more like I would say based on like the amount of watch time you get right on like specific things. Each one has a hashtag, so it's probably gonna be like, okay, he watched most of this type of hashtag, and it'll rank it. And the next time you go on the app, it'll probably show you that type of hashtag and pair it with other ones and see what combo works. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And then once in a while, I'll just throw a completely random video at you with like nothing related to those hashtags,
just to see if that will take you down this.
Exactly.
So why does like I want to say like alt-right content, but like more extreme, harsh content just works so well?
Alt-right, like what do you mean? Like what takes?
I wouldn't say alt-right per se.
Yeah.
But more like how you can go to how easy it is to go from gym contents to edutake contents to Ben Shapiro contents.
Okay.
And then it just continues to.
Okay, the gym content to Andrew Tate, I can understand, right? Because it's like you want to get better self-improvement. So things like gym self-improvement, Andrew Tate self-improvement, okay, cool, you know what I mean? But I don't think it understands like Andrew Tate's message or Ben Shapiro's message per se, right? I think it just jumps from for gym to Andrew Tate self-improvement. Like you're a guy, it knows you're a guy probably at this point, and you want to self-improve because you're watching gym TikToks. Okay, here's some motivation from Andrew Tate or something, right? I don't know, from Andrew Tate to Ben Shapiro, no, I don't know,
bro. See, the reason
but I guess it's working.
I tried to like, I was like, you know what, because if someone said the TikTok to alt-right pipeline is 4 swipes away. I said, y'all are over exaggerating. Stop it. You're being soft, right? So I create a whole TikTok, right? And literally 45 minutes. 45 minutes. I even did it recently today. It went from yay to the mustache man.
Oh shit, that's crazy.
Instantaneously. And I'm like, how is this content even here? 2, why is no one looking at it? Why is no one like taking notice about this area at this moment? And then 3, where's the connection? Where's the connection?
Okay, so like I can speak on the content part because there's so many videos uploaded per second, you know?
Okay.
There's only so much a human can do.
Okay.
So we probably rely on artificial intelligence. And there's only so much that can do. So some do filter through the cracks, you know? And that's when we rely on people to report it. And when you report it, comes to our attention, you're like, okay, we should have deleted that. We're going to tweak the algorithm now. But like, I guess for like different stuff, like I know I've been reading on Twitter about the Elon Musk releasing like Twitter files and stuff like that. Sometimes maybe they just like really, what's it called? Gatekeeping you from the public, no cap. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like I don't know what they call it, but like pretty much not letting people see you. I don't know what they call it, shadow banning or something like that. Yeah. So it just depends. I don't know. Each company's different.
What can you do to protect yourself from getting so like extremized? Oh, that's not
Go outside. Just go outside. Go outside. Touch grass. Breathe oxygen. Get away from your PCs, bro. Stop playing games. Go outside.
Go have sex, bro.
No, literally. I don't understand. Like sometimes you do have good takes. You know what I mean? But then just like, but that's common sense takes. And then I don't know. Sometimes it's like just go outside, go talk to someone of the opposite gender, and actually have an open mind. Sometimes, you know.
Do they actually sound as nonsense as your TikTok is saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. No. Honestly, one of my problems that I noticed when I was on TikTok, like the reason why I was on TikTok was so I can get content and see what's happening in the world, right? But 2 things happened. One, I was getting skewed from the content, so I wasn't even getting a chance to actually see what was going on in comparison to if I was to go on like Safari and looked up contents. That, and as well as like, it makes your mind simple. It makes your mind so simple. I feel like it stops you from forming in-depth ideas.
That's the thing, right? I feel like a lot of these companies want everyone to think a certain way sometimes. Not like I'm a conspiracy theorist or nothing like that. But sometimes I really be thinking that, hey, if we can have everyone kind of think similarly, that's good, right? So sometimes it's just like maybe the company kind of just has their algorithm tweaked where it shows you more accepting takes. You know what I mean? So sometimes they don't want people to have like conversations about stuff. They might just want to avoid the confrontation.
Being confrontation altogether.
Yeah.
Why would they want that?
I don't know. I feel like once you start doing that, then it brings eyes to your stuff. Like let's say like Twitter and Donald J. Trump, right? It brings eyes to your thing. Like why did he do that? Why are you not banning him? Like it brings a lot of heat to the company you just don't need.
Okay.
So it's just better to like avoid it entirely than even go out that way. So like what Elon's doing is cool, but I don't know how long it's gonna last.
What do you mean what Elon is doing?
Like he's trying to make it like free speech and stuff. I guess like the First Amendment like prioritized. One issue is that TikTok. No, it's not TikTok. Twitter is worldwide, right? Okay. So not everything is going.
Not everyone has free speech.
There's laws, right? There's laws, right, in different countries. So I don't know how he's gonna work with that. And then 2 is like. You're going to have crazy amount of people getting flagged and reported, not going to lie. Why? Because as soon as someone says something ridiculous, that's kind of true, people are going to mass report that thing, you know what I mean? And be like, your account's banned.
Why?
I don't know. Like, let's say like you make a take, right? Okay. And like majority of people don't agree with it. And they just like, hey, report this. You know what I mean? Yeah. Something not like that. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, no, that's fair.
So just a lot of human intervention, a lot of toil.
One of the things that I was thinking when it comes to free speech, it's like, you know the old saying, there's free speech, but you're not free of consequences?
Yeah. I agree with that.
I feel like they go hand in hand, though.
They do.
Like, the problem without the freedom of confidence of consequence, you can't really say what you want, right? So the ideas that you are spewing and you are saying to people isn't actually like your full complete idea.
Yeah, that's the thing, bro. Right? My biggest thing, if you want to solve this, go outside and say it to someone's face respectfully, and then you can see if your take is valid or not. You know what I mean? Because you say something out, like a lot of people behind like internet screens and stuff. So if you say something like ridiculous, you're not gonna get like consequence because it could be like an announced account. If you say it in person, oh, trust, you're gonna get held accountable. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So I feel like part of the reason is like some people just haven't been outside, like literally.
No, I feel that. See, with the lack of interaction that people are having, especially with COVID, yeah, I feel like the one big thing that COVID did, it forced everyone to have social anxiety. That's the one thing that it really did.
I can actually feel my attention span shortened sometimes,
Like,
bro. I can literally feel it.
And with the lack of ability to have like full dialogue and conversations with individuals, you don't get, like you were saying, you don't get a chance to actually hit iron with iron, especially with ideas.
Yeah.
So you're not really getting a chance, like I was saying before, to really form the idea to completion. And honestly, that was one of my biggest problems with like red bill content and all that shit. It's because of like, it was spewing these ideas into people's heads without like the context.
You're not him, bro. You gotta be. You're not him, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Like,
You don't have 10 million. Stop. You're not ripped. Stop. You're not 6 foot. Stop. Don't hit none of this criteria. That's not you. It's okay.
It gets to the point where it's like, bro, and that was another thing I was thinking. I was trying to find on TikTok. It went from red pill content to niggas literally just hating women. it just jumped there, and I'm like, that's not even the point.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't. That's why I just be off social media sometimes because I just don't talk.
Yeah.
Like I don't be posting on Snap any of like crazy stuff. I don't be posting my life because it just be like, no, if you know, bro. Like that's it.
And oh my god, do you feel like you're not living life to the fullest?
I mean, sometimes, yeah. Like now that I work, I feel like I use a lot of brain power, and during the weekends, I just want to recover. But then I feel like, dang, I should be really doing something else now. Like I could really be thinking about how to create the next big thing or something.
Okay.
Or like maybe networking now.
Why do you think that you're always on like, actually, before we get there, how do you stay away from the bad rhetoric of red pill content? Because I feel like the people that they are talking about is low-key you. just objectively. Just a young nigga making money and you're handsome. So what is stopping you from really just not really becoming a bad person, but becoming the
Lustful and stuff like that?
I mean, not even just lustful, but like, what is stopping you from going down that path of actually being an incel ass motherfucker?
No, because you can't. For one, I'm not online that much.
Oh, okay.
Two, it takes discipline to get anywhere in life, bro. So discipline and hard work. So that's why I'm saying, like, for me, that red pill stuff, like, I'm just disciplined. Like, I don't have time. I'd rather just do it to something that improves me or improves someone around me than actually do red pill stuff. Like, nah, that's not me, bro.
Is
Not me, bro.
because I was thinking about that.
Like, I be looking at no cap. People be talking like, oh, don't you pick up like I be what's it called? People be saying like, oh, you fit these criteria like an alpha male shit. I'm like, to be honest, bro, I just be in my own lane, minding my own business.
The thing is, doesn't that sentence just sound like not just childish, but like weird?
No, it does feel weird because you're like putting me in a category that like, okay, it's cool, right? But it doesn't mean nothing. Like you don't know if I stutter or something. You know what I mean? Let them talk to something bad and I stutter. It's over,
bro.
Nothing. She don't even know how much money I got. She don't even need to know. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Oh god, and oh my god, and I feel like calling another man an alpha male, unironically. Personally, that's
crazy. That's crazy. I say yeah.
I can't back that. So that's just me though. I can just be broke with no bitches. That's
no. It's wild. Like, how can you go to another girl man and say, "Hey, yeah, you're alpha dom," like dap me up? That's crazy. Like, I don't understand. No.
But oh my god, do you feel like it creates incels because they know that they're not that person?
I feel like it's a younger generation that like get hit more because I think you have to make your wealth over time. And right now, when you're young, you don't make money like right away. Most of us don't make money right away. So they go straight to incel because they relate to them. You know what I mean? You're not making money. You're not getting no girls.
You have acne.
Yeah, like it's okay. It takes time to get the stuff that you need. You know what I mean? But most people just want it now, and it's not there. So they go to this content thinking that's gonna help them without helping themselves.
Of course. What have you learned since your time in Silicon Valley?
What have I learned? Well, I've learned a lot, but it's more like there actually is something called a tech bubble, and it's like a fascinating thing. Like tech world, like if you talk to people in tech world, like they act like rules don't apply. Like I remember someone was talking about how bad America is, right? I'm like, you have never been to Nigeria. Shut up. You feel me? Like I be thinking like y'all really don't know for what the outside world is like sometimes.
Bro, was he white?
Yeah, most of my coworkers are white, and like, I understand. But like the thing is, I have Chinese coworkers, and they don't say that because they know better. You know what I mean?
That's the thing. Because I feel like every time I've met a tech dude, it's like, it's not that they're living in a fantasy, but they're living the life of a rapper and an NBA player.
No, because
without being an NBA
bro,
player.
I remember I had Chinese people with me that I work with, and they're talking about like how much they value freedom of speech, and I was like, dang, that's crazy, because you know in China like CCP is a real thing, bro. And I'm like, dang, and for myself, like, bro, I value like having shit, like I can actually go on the roads, because in Nigeria there's no roads, like let's be honest. So like when people be telling me like United States is such a bad country, I be looking at them like, dang, that's crazy. That's crazy, bro.
Say that in an AC house is insanity.
Say that in no.
Just insane. Oh my god.
Go to North Korea, say that, it's over. Not coming back for real. Unless you make a trade, you know what I'm saying? Unless you make that big trade.
Sheesh. I'm talking to like a woman basketball player about that to see what they think about that. But that's a whole other episode. It's jokes. But yeah, no. So what do you mean it's weird?
What do you mean?
The tech bubble that you're living in.
It feels like people are just entitled all of a sudden. I don't understand. Like, it's like entitlement is just like they're entitled to like say in the company, I guess. Like I work at Google, right? And people are trying to tell Google how to run Google, but I'm like, you were not there in the beginning when they're like, you know how rappers make out the hood, but people weren't there to just hop on. It feels like that same way at Google sometimes, bro.
Wow, okay.
And I'm like, don't ask that stuff. You are not like, that's how I feel like you're not in a position to ask. You're right there in the trenches with them. You feel me? Like, stop it.
Wait, what are some of the questions?
Like, oh, why are you still buying more stock? I'm like, you're a new grad. Respectfully, shut up. Did you found Google? No, stop. If you want to have a say, go to a different company. Start your own company, okay? While you're here, I don't want to hear shit. I'm making my money and I'm going.
I'm a family man. Leave me alone.
9 to 6, I'm done. I don't want to hear nothing. Good.
Of course. What is the workload like? Speaking of 9 to 6.
The workload. So for me, I'm different. So I come and work at like. So my usual day, wake up at 6, catch the bus at 7. I'm at work by 8. Work out for like 30 minutes. And I start working. So usually I have meetings are like 25% of my time, talking about like getting more information about their service, like how it's going to integrate with mine. The second thing is coding takes like 50% of my time. So like when I say coding, I'm like fixing bugs and also like coding new things into my service to make it better. And the fourth amount of my time, just like maybe getting food. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like going on break or like walking around or something to just cool my head off because I've been like using so much brain power.
It's easy to get burnt out, isn't it then?
It is easy, right? But I just pace myself, and I'm Nigerian, so I'm not going to let that happen for real. Burnout is not an option.
Gift that does everybody else.
Yeah, not me, not us, no.
God, oh God. Huh, so you feel like the work-life balance is a real thing for you then?
To be honest, I've worked out, like, I feel like most of the people who get burnt out at, like, tech work, I feel like you never had a real job outside tech, you feel me? Like, you never worked at a group home, you never did none of that stuff, bro.
You never worked at Amazon, picking up the boxes.
Nothing, right? I'm looking at them like, yeah, it's okay, bro. It's not you. Cool. I won't say none of that, what I just said to them, but I'm like, yeah, you do you, bro.
Of course, man. Shouts out to you.
Yeah,
of course. Huh, so do you feel like this is the area for you? Or it's not even the fact that it's the area for you. It's the job that's going to set myself and my kids up. That's the reason doing it.
This thing is going to set myself up. I feel like if I wasn't doing this, I'd probably be doing like a doctor like my mom wanted me to do.
Just be an engineer?
or be a biomedical. I don't know. Like at first when I went to school, I wanted to be a biomedical engineer. You said stop it. didn't get into it.
Just
So I was like,
calm.
okay, I'll just do computer science, and luckily it turned out nice. So, like I low key when I first came in, I had no idea like how to code and stuff.
Okay.
But now throughout it, like, I'm pretty good at it. So,
What do you think really stops a lot of people from getting into tech?
bro, computer science is not for everyone. I'll tell you that. Like we had to do Calc 1, Calc 2, physics. Like those courses literally cut people, and that's not even the computer science course itself yet. They're like, this is just the bare minimum to get into the college, bro. So like, you can imagine
the weirder classes in bio and fucking in computer science.
Yeah.
Craziest shit ever. Oh my god.
Yeah, like people don't think, and then also
why
computer.
do you need no physics?
I don't know. I think
It's
there's
just the abstract thinking of physics is why you need it, or is it? What is the purpose of physics?
maybe your job might just have you. Maybe some computer science job out there works with like physics modules, but literally you can just Google it. You know what I mean? Like I don't understand, but that's besides the point. Like even after all those generals, right? Computer science classes are still hard. Like. It's not for the weak, bro. Like I be telling like friends who tell me like, oh, dude, I want to be like you. I want to do computer science. I'm like, bro, literally, you go to ops hours, you go home, do more homework, get your friends, go study together. No social life. It's okay.
The fact that you drink shows me you know how to be like.
You're not serious. Yeah,
you're
you're not
guy.
serious.
You're already
Like,
talking
I mean-
about the hose.
I be telling my friends like, bro, wait till the future. Then you can get your hoes, you can get drink and do all that, right?
Oh God.
Right now, y'all got time. Relax, go home, sleep. You just don't value your life right now. Don't value it because you're not sleeping, bro.
Really what it is. That's really what it is. But we've got to that point of wish I had a sensei where my guest goes and gives some advice that they wish that they had growing up or some advice that they want for the future. Take it away.
So I guess I would say like write stuff down is my thing. Because I just realized like last year I wrote down like my resolutions and it's really like find a job. If it's in state, move. If it's out of state, move out. Software engineer. And then it said like study with my friends programming problems for interviews. And now you can see where it put me here now. You know what I mean?
You're just locked in.
Yeah, so it's
Just
like
locked.
if you write stuff down, it kind of holds you more accountable.
Okay.
And make sure that you stay on track. Like I totally forgot I wrote this until like my dad showed me it, and I was like, dang, that's kind of crazy. But yeah, just write stuff down because I think there's a saying like the faintest ink lasts longer than the sharpest mind or something like that. So just write stuff down.
That's very fire. You know, it's shouts out to Uncle because of one thing that I really realized in my time taking psychology classes. Your parents can set you up so beautifully if
for
they're
real.
serious-minded individuals.
Nah, like I be seeing like they say like Nigerians like the highest amount or something like that. I forgot what it was like.
We're the highest educated.
Yeah, like black people. I'm like, there's a
Everybody.
Yeah,
it's
bro,
everybody.
And the thing is, like, you can see why.
Bro, how are we more educated than the whites, bro?
I
That
don't-
doesn't even make sense.
Bro, I'm telling you, if you saw how we were raised in our houses, we got beat. That's the difference.
yeah,
we got
no,
beat,
it's
bro. We had
retarded.
to. But I don't understand. Like, I be seeing this stuff. I'm like, okay, it makes sense. We see how we grown up and stuff. But at the same time, it's like, dang, so we're really ahead of y'all? That's crazy. Parents came here with nothing? That's crazy.
And you're second? That's insane to me.
I know, second gen, like, that's crazy. Sometimes I be waking up like, damn, that's crazy. Parents came here with nothing and now I'm here?
Bro, the thing about it that always gets me, I always remember my father would always make me feel bad for how much he was working. Every day at 5 in the morning.
Blackmailing you, guilt for you.
He'll wake up, open the door, turn the lights, and say, "Mwah, you're alive," and then walk away.
My mom used to do that shit too.
every day.
No. I remember when I was old enough to work, right? Every single day after school, I go to the group home and work, bro, for my parents, bro. I understood how much money was worth back then, bro.
No. Of course. Motherfuckers will hit me. Oh, I got a car for my birthday presents. And you know what?
Birthday present? Car? Since I didn't get a birthday present, not gonna lie.
Sometimes, I can't wait to be able to set my children up for that. But also with the anger of trying to be better than me. That is just the
No, that's the
goal.
thing, right? You want to give your child the whole world, right? But I don't know how my parents actually balanced it crazily well. Like,
No,
it just made me. I don't know. Like, sometimes I want to spoil them, but at the same time, it's like, nah, you got to do it yourself, get out the mud. I don't know
God.
how they did it, but it went crazy.
Oh God! And the thing is, I was speaking with a lot of like my family when I went out to LA, And you know what? Literally every single one of them, they did the exact same thing. It
What?
literally spoiled them just to the amount that they weren't spoiled individuals.
I don't know,
And
like.
to be able to balance something like that is insane.
Like during middle school, you did not have the hottest sneakers. We know that, you know. And I think it built our self-esteem a little bit more because being black back in elementary school,
Bro.
Nigerian, bro, it was different. African in elementary school, thick skin had to come by force.
You know what? And the thing, when you get old enough to start talking to your parents, well, at least for me, when I got old enough to start talking to my parents like adults, one of the things I always asked my father, I was like, why did you ever buy me deodorant? I'm like, why did you ever buy me that? Because that was one of the things, every single time we go to the store, we wouldn't buy deodorants. So I would always have to buy that shit myself. I was like, why? And it's like, well, just motherfuckers will make fun of you. I was like,
Oh, you just wanted you to have thick skin by force.
yeah, no, it's just, no, it's,
Dang, okay.
people will notice. That was his response. It's like, because people will notice.
Okay, fair enough. My dad would just like, my dad just be on my ass, bro, about everything. I don't even know.
Oh my god. Oh, African. All right, y'all. We out.
Those deodorants crazy though,
Bro, insanity. That fuck, bro. Till this day.